everyone, this is Lisa from Life in Layouts over here on the Scrap Room, and today I am doing the Freaky Fast Friday challenge, and I am using this Pink Fresh My Favorite Stories. For this Flavors of the Month, you will get 3 pieces of pattern paper, 2 sheets of wild berry cardstock, Pink Fresh ephemera frames, Pink Fresh chipboard flares, and both of those are a variety of what is in each one of them. And you'll get a row of enamel dots as well as some ephemera. Now I am also using the embellishment kit, which gives you the chipboard pieces for the Pink Fresh Studio My Favorite Stories as well. This Freaky Fast Friday was a challenge. Oh my goodness. I don't think that I have struggled with the Freaky Fast Friday challenge in such a long time as I did with this one. I don't know what it was. So I am looking through the paper trying to figure out, and I have all of the measurements on the screen there for you. I really liked this stripe paper here, and I wanted to use that because it really truly brought all of the colors in. And I end up using the blue on the back because if you guys follow my channel at all, you'll know that I'm not a very big floral person. I don't like a lot of florals. I tend to gravitate more towards earth tones and darker colors, and so this pastel color was just a struggle. So I did mix it up a little bit, and I ended up finally figuring out a configuration of what pieces I wanted to cut out. And after I did that, then I started working on the layout. Now I want to encourage you to go check out the Facebook group. It will have the Freaky Fast formula for you guys to look at. It was at the beginning of this video, and then as I cut out each one of these, it has the measurements for what I'm going to use. Now the cardstock that comes with this is that wild berry cardstock, and I think that that was probably the biggest issue for me. The blue in that striped just mimicked so much of the blue that was in the paper as well. It was almost like it matched too well, and so it just made it really difficult to use. And you'll see that I move these pieces around a lot trying to figure out what to do. Eventually decide to go off camera and play around some more, and I think kind of the first thing that I did as soon as I turned the camera off was try a different piece of background, and I just pulled out a white piece of cardstock that I have in my stash, and that made it go a lot easier and quicker for me. I ended up doing a grid style layout for the left hand side, but really for the right hand side as well, and I just made it work with these pieces of pattern paper. I don't think I would have chosen this configuration if I wasn't trying to challenge myself, but I like the way that they came out because it's a very different type of Freaky Fast Friday challenge for me, at least. When I use the paper, I tend to like to mix it up and put them in different orders and put them in different ways, and so going back to this grid design really challenged me in regards to making this layout work. So after I get kind of everything down, and I struggle with putting the photos down, I highly recommend that you take a picture of what you had done so that you're not like me trying to figure out what I had done before and moving everything around. I finally figured it out that the yellow and the green paper do overlap, but that stripe paper covers that up, so then it still looks as a square grid layout. So after I get all of that down, making sure that everything is straight, then I'm going to start working on the right hand side of the layout. Now these photos are from when I went to visit my friend over New Year's Eve 2019-2020, so just a couple months ago. We have been friends for several years. We met in college, and we have never lived in the same place except in college. So when we both graduated from college, we went in different directions, but our friendship has always stayed the same. So we tend to have these kind of girl nights, a typical what I think of girl night when we are together. So we'll get cocktails or drinks, we'll do facials, we'll take silly photos with Instagram or Snapchat, and it's just a great time to spend with my best friend. And so I don't get to do this a lot because she doesn't live in the state that I live in. She lives in a different state, but that just means that I treasure these moments more. And so what I decided to do was kind of put all of this night that we were together and in this craziness on one layout, because it's just a sampling of things. So on the left-hand side, we had gone to this, it's like a pour your own drink type place, but then they also had mixed drinks, and it was like on tap. So you would go up and you get as much wine or bourbon or whatever you wanted to drink, and they paid you, or you paid by the ounce, or you could do these mixed drinks, which is what we did. And then we also did a chorizo board, which I think I pronounced that right, with the meats and the cheeses and everything like that, and that was just extremely yummy. So that's the left-hand side of the page is what we got there. And then once we left there, we were like, you know what, we should go hit up the liquor store and have some fun over there. So we got a bunch of things over there. And then I have my little red basket. I felt like I was like a little kid pulling their little red wagon around the store. And I don't know why, like we have these baskets at home. It's not like it's anything new, but it was just because it was red. I think ours back home are black, and I was a little tipsy when I was doing this, so I was just being silly. And so that's my picture with my little red wagon. All right, so now that I rambled on and on and on about the layout itself, I pulled out all of the ephemera pieces that came with it. Like I said, there is a variety of the pieces, so you may or may not get what I got. And I just added them around the layout, trying to make the clusters look really well. So I have a cluster on the far right-hand side that I'm working on. Put that frame down. I got this huge piece of floral that I'm going to pop up on top of the frame. And I really like the way that looks, because the pink and the green from the frame below really kind of pops against that pink and green flower. And then on the left-hand side, I'm just adding, I really do like those black and white flowers. Like there's no color to them. And I guess I could have used watercolors on them and painted them, but I love the way that they look just as they are. And I feel like that really brings in a lot of different interest by being the black and white against all of the other really bright florals and the pinks and the blues and things like that. My titles are going to be Cute Memories, which I think is perfect because these are all just kind of random memories of us that night. This wasn't New Year's Eve. This was like I think this was actually the night before I left to go back home. So it was just kind of my last night there and we were hanging out. And then over on the far right hand side, we took a picture with Snapchat, and it's one of those like really filtered pictures. So I put a little subtitle over there with Wowzer. So I want to encourage you guys to go check out the Facebook group. We have tons of challenges over there, a couple of sketch challenges, the Freaky Fast Friday challenge you can find over there. Tons and tons of challenges to inspire you guys to make and create all kinds of layouts. Now, you do not have to be a member of the Scrap Room to participate in the challenge, but if you decide to join the Kit Club, make sure that you let Rochelle know that I sent you, because she will send you a special extra prize in your first month's kit if you let her know that I was the one that sent you over there. So here's my final layout, as well as some close-ups of each one of the clusters and different elements on the page. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more inspiration from the Flavors of the Month kit or any other monthly kit that the Scrap Room does, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.